My name's Lydia. I'm Charlie's mum. Charlie is 13 in November and she's been swimming since birth. She's been coming to the Excel for lessons probably for about 10 years. We wanted her to get into swimming because we wanted to be safe around water and to find a sport that she enjoys. Charlie has Down syndrome and people with Down syndrome tend to have quite low muscle tone. So it was something we felt was quite important to find a sport that she wanted to enjoy and that helped her with her coordination and her muscle tone and her general well-being. When we first came to the Excel, she's had quite a lot of sort of spread for a few different teachers. She now swims with Ravi and we've worked together between Ravi and I to sort of find the best way to help Charlie with her swimming. When Charlie was first born and for the first couple of years, we were told there were quite a lot of things Charlie might not be able to do, such as maybe walking as early as her peers. We were told maybe she wouldn't be able to swim. She's kind of overcoming all over those barriers. She's got an older sister and I think it's helped Charlie to follow her older sister, do things that she wants to do and she wants to try. And we've always been parents that have said, give it a go. You know, if you want to try it, give it a go. And I think with swimming, Charlie's quite confident in the water, but we wanted to make sure that she was also safe. And that's obviously where the lessons have come in, because it's taught quite important water safety, getting into the pool safely, but also getting out of the pool safely, so that, you know, Charlie does find herself in a position where she's in water and she needs to get out, that she can. She's quite a determined young lady, and I think that goes a long way to how far she's come with swimming. So a couple of weeks ago, Ravi tested her swimming and she was able to swim 2 lengths, which is 50 metres, which for her, and you know, to be able to say I can swim that on my own without any help, it was quite an achievement for her. So swimming as a sport for children, I'd recommend to anybody. I think it's a sport that builds a lot of confidence. It's a sport that can be done relatively cheaply. In Coventry we're quite lucky, we've got some really nice swimming pools, obviously the Excel. But I think it's a sport you can also enjoy as a whole family. So I think swimming lessons are great for the building blocks of you know, water safety. And then to be able to take your children swimming and do that for you know, as a family, I think is a great sport. And certainly for us, it's something we enjoy doing together. And it's something you can do all year round. You don't have to rely on the weather. We have noticed a difference in Charlie since she's actually learned to swim. The first couple of years she came to lessons, obviously she couldn't swim independently, but since the floats and things like that have come off, we've noticed a massive change in her, that she can do that for herself. She's excited to come swimming every week. She likes her swimming lessons. She likes the routine, but I think she also likes that no one swimming lesson is the same, so every week it's different, and then there's a new skill to learn. At the moment she's practicing breaststroke, which she's finding really, really tricky. The coordination of your arms and legs doing slightly different movements compared to, say, front crawl, but because the lessons are fun, she's determined to get there and she keeps practicing, and we have to practice our breaststroke legs at home as well quite a lot. But that's all part of it, is doing it all together and learning that, you know, that new skill. But definitely since Charlie's been swimming, we've noticed quite a change in her sort of confidence, and when we're on holiday and things like that, that she doesn't need one of us by her side constantly. You can allow her to have that little bit of freedom in the pool without worrying about her. The first time she swam a length on her own, we weren't expecting it. And her teacher, Ravi, had just said, you know, let's swim. And he'd taken them into the deep end for the first time, and she swam a length. And it was a bit, for me, it was quite overwhelming because I wasn't expecting her to do that. And she was extremely proud of herself. And to get to the end, she looked quite tired. I think it had taken quite a lot out of her, but it was a massive achievement. And then obviously a couple of weeks ago, she swam 2 lengths. And again, it's that next step. I think for her, that's massive, but for me, I think probably the biggest milestone, and it sounds really silly, was the day she got herself out of the deep end with no help. She climbed out and she made herself safe, and that's always been what bringing her to lessons was about, was making sure that she was in water and could get out of water safely. And I remember she got out looking at her teacher and him just giving me the thumbs up, and I thought, oh wow, because he gets it as well. He understands what we want from swimming, he understands what Charlie wants from swimming, and maybe they're not quite the same thing all the time, but that was a big moment.